tripping the breaker 20 amps at home through an extension cord, we just got to know it. And it manages what's in there based on that, and it's all automatic.
Okay, so basically that's my load manager.
It's your load manager.
Okay.
That's what it does.
Okay.
And the panel will go to sleep, and I just hit it to wake it up. Okay.
All right.
Now, this coach does have an in-motion satellite dish on the roof.
Okay.
It is currently set up through DirecTV.
Okay.
If you don't like DirecTV and you want Dish Network, it's a simple case of a technician getting up on the roof, taking the dome off.
We have a dish. Yeah.
There's little dip switches that they just get up there and they change the dip switches.
Okay, so again, it's DirecTV setup.
Newmar ships them out, set up as DirecTV.
Is that what we have?
We have dish.
We have dish.
If you want me to, I can put it on my list. We have a technician get up there and change the dip switches. You know what a dip switch is?
Yes.
Okay. They change the dip switches, and then that dish will, the domed satellite dish on the roof will work with Dish Network.
Okay.
It is an in-motion dish.
So we can watch TV while we're driving.
There are seat belts in that couch. You're running the generator, powering everything up. You can sit right here and watch Dish Network right on that TV.
Wow.
You can do donuts in a parking lot and won't lose the signal.
Well,
However, you're on the highway and you pull off into a rest area to stop and make lunch. When you're stationary for more than 20 minutes, the dish will lock on and then it won't track anymore. But then all you have to do when you get ready to leave, turn it off, turn it back on, and then it reacquires and it's ready to go again.
Oh, okay. So you reset it by turning it off and on.
If
you're
you've
stopped
been,
for more than
if you've
20
been
minutes.
parked for more than 20 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. But
All right,
it is
you got
in
it?
motion. Now, Dish Network really likes the RV industry. DirecTV don't like them. Dish Network does. You can get a receiver, and you can tell them it's going in your RV. And if you already have Dish Network at home, they're probably going to allow you to hook it up as an extension of your home program and only charge you $7 a month.
Okay. Sounds good.
that's
We'll do that.
That's your area, okay?
Yeah.
They can do that. All right, down here, the last switches inside this box, these are the switches for your water heater.
Okay.
This water heater is electric and propane. You can do both at the same time. It will
Okay.
recover a little bit faster. On electric, your recovery is generally about 12 to 13 minutes. You turn it on, within about 13 minutes, your water heater is going to be at 130 degrees.
Wow.
This water heater gets hot.
Okay, it works.
But that is good because it is a limited supply of hot water. When you're taking a shower in here, you're going to take what we call an RV or a Navy shower.
Right.
You're going to get yourself wet. You're going to shut it off up here at the shower head. Then you're going to wash. Then you're going to turn it back on and rinse off.
Okay.
All right. I spent a year and a half in my fifth wheel with a 6-gallon water heater.
Okay.
I haven't looked outside to see how big this one is. It may be as big as 10 gallons. I'll know when we get outside and just take it off and look. With a 6-gallon water heater, if you ran it continuously, you get about 7 minutes of hot water.
Okay.
Now, it is also important to remember that while you've got it shut off, it's heating the water.
That means it's going to come out piping hot.
Well, at 130 degrees, you're not going to use it full strength because that's what that'll scald you. But also at 130 degrees, you don't use as much of it to take a comfortable shower, so it does last a little bit longer.
Okay, so my pressing question when you're talking about available hot water is that I don't want to do a Navy shower. I want to enjoy my shower. So what do I need to do to make sure that I have plenty of hot
Grab
water?
your clothes and your soap and go to the, go to the
Okay.
shower at the campground.
Okay, so there's no other way to have
There's no, well, you can spend about $1,000 and put a
tankless,
tankless water heater in.
and that's electric or propane?
They're propane.
Okay. So right now, the way we sit, we got approximately between 6 and 10 gallons of hot water.
Yeah.
Okay.
I lived with that for a year and a half.
Yeah, I understand.
I really enjoy that in my new house because I got a 52-gallon water heater in my new house.
Yeah, we got a tankless at home, and it's phenomenal. So we might go that route later.
I do have it on electric right now.
Okay.
If you're at a campground and you're on 30 amps, turn off electric, turn on propane.
Okay.
Because from a cold start, this will probably pull somewhere between 9 to 10 amps.
how long before we get hot water on the electric side?
About 12 to 13 minutes.
So if you know you're gonna take a shower, turn
It
that on.
does have a thermostat. You can leave it on if you want.
Okay.
You can leave it on. You're at a campground, you're using our electricity, why do you care?
Right. Okay.
Just leave it on.
Okay. That's a good question.
Propane recovery time is about 11 minutes,
Okay.
so it's a little bit faster.
So,
If you turn both on at the same time, it's about 10 minutes.
so
but-
I don't have to go outside to turn on anything
No,
for propane for
there's your
water.
switches
Right here.
there.
Okay.
As long as your propane tank is open,
Open. Right.
there is probably also an electric switch on the water heater. If it's turned off, the switch will do nothing.
I have a question.
What's that?
So the only time that you would turn on the propane is if you're in a 30 amp campsite.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But if not, you just turn on the regular one
Mhm.
for 15.
And like I said, electric will pull 9 to 10 amps from a cold start. It's already pulling 12.
Mm-hmm.
You turn this on and it takes 10. Now you're at 22. Refrigerator's taking about 4. Now you're at 26 and you only got 30 available.
Mhm.
You plug in a coffee pot,
It's over.
it's over. It's going to turn the water heater back off.
All right. All right.
All right?
So I like, these are all pretty basic and simple to remember and understand. I think we're gonna have to make a label for this.
Well, if you look, there's electric, that's gas.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to do something that says water heater or something, so we remember.
Well, it says
We'll do a-
that's the brand, but yeah, you can make get one of those little label
Yeah,
makers.
little label makers, we have
And
them.
just put water heater down here.
All right, we can do that.
Okay, all the rest of them are labeled what they
Yeah,
are.
everything's pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
That is a Winegard satellite system. And I already looked in the bag. It is in motion.
Nice. Very
Nice.
good.
All right. Let's come down this way. Storage up here.
I got a question here.
What's that?
Just as you close this door, I noticed that it says solar truck.
There is wires run from here up to the roof.
So we can
If
do a
you
solar
did want
panel
solar panel
in the
up
future.
there.
So all they gotta do is put a switch right here where it says
Yeah,
solar
the
truck.
little
wires.
monitoring panel goes right there and the
Okay.
switch goes up there. And there's also wires that are pulled down there to where the batteries are.
Okay. All right.
If you did want to put a solar panel up there,
Yeah.
and that is only going to be a trickle charger.
That's fine.
It's just going to maintain the battery. I
Mhm.
once, years ago, I had somebody want me to write a quote for what it would cost to put solar panels all over the roof because they wanted 30 amps. They wanted to live off the grid. I said, you can't do it.
So
30 amps of solar panels will be about 1,000 square feet. You ain't got that much room on the roof.
Wow.
In order to get 30 amps, you need 1,000 square feet of solar panels.
Makes sense. Yeah, we don't need to be off the grid. We have electric and water at our campsite. We're fine.
Okay. All right, storage up here. We have a light switch here. Turns this light on and off up here. The TV over here. These TVs currently right now, they're all on. They're running off the antenna up on the roof, which is right here. It is cranked down. It's down flat on the roof. It's a digital amplified antenna. Raising it up, cranking it, ain't gonna make much difference. Because you're only raising it about 2 feet.
What's your recommendation? Don't mess with the bottom.
Okay,
Okay, so right now it's laying flat and we
Right
got
now it's laying
perfect-
flat. Look at
Perfect
this
picture.
picture.
Beautiful.
Right here in this parking lot, we get about 33 channels off that antenna.
Very good.
It is a digitally amplified antenna. And so many people are so used to cable or satellite now, they don't realize that almost all TV channels still broadcast over the air.
So that's not off a dish.
No, that's that's the air.
Wow.
Almost all TV channels will broadcast on more than one channel.
Wow.
This right here, I think that's NBC.
Very good.
We're not even TV people.
NBC has 2 channels. There's their second channel. It's all old TV channel, all old TV shows. Here's our ABC channel. Again, MeTV, old TV shows. PBS locally here broadcasts on 5 different channels. That's why we've got like 33 channels here. We've got a lot of channels. That TV right there You can run the volume on the TV if you want. It does have a Bose sound bar down here. So if you run the sound bar,
1968 is a year
the quality of the sound high.
Lyndon Johnson got his comeuppance because of the war. And
Up here inside this box, there's a Sony DVD player. It is a Blu-ray player. It does go into this right here, which is called an HDMI switch.
Okay.
So this one, I believe, will feed that TV, this TV, and the TV outside.
Okay.
There is another one, another Sony Blu-ray player back there, which just feeds the back TV.
That's just for DVDs, correct?
DVDs.
So if I wanted to plug in my phone to that, can I do that, or a computer? Can I do that? How do I plug in my computer, let's say my laptop? How do I plug that into there to watch a movie that I have downloaded on my computer? Can I do that?
There's going to be more HDMI
On the
on the back TV itself. Yes,
Perfect.
you do that.
Okay. Not the Blu-ray. You don't have to go for Blu-ray.
No, you don't have to do that.
We're not really. Again, we're not big TV watchers.
I'm not either.
It's nice
I
to
got
have
a lot
it
of
as
things I do.
Yeah.
And
If
TV
the weather's
is-
bad, then it's a different story.
I got a few shows that I watch.
Right.
And
Same here.
I'm on Dish Network myself, and I just the DVR picks them up when they come on, and I watch them whenever I have the opportunity.
Right.
Very nice.
All right, now if you get the satellite dish, it will also sit up here, and it will go into that HDMI switch. That satellite dish will feed this TV, the one outside, and that one up there. You might want to get from Dish Network what they call a Wally. And that is a smaller one, but what's really unique about the Wally, first of all, the remote is a radio frequency remote. It's an RF remote. It is not an infrared, with a little infrared thing here.
Okay.
It's a radio frequency. So if you've got Dish Network's receiver sitting up here and you're watching satellite TV outside, the remote outside will work. It will change the channels and go up and down and stuff like that. Also, the Wally is Wi-Fi capable. So if you have a Wally, you can pick up a Wi-Fi signal and you can stream Hulu or Netflix or anything like that. Okay, and that's the Wally receiver. That's the one normally you see them putting in all RVs now. All Tiffins already come set up for Dish Network, so it'll be a Wally receiver you want.
Stop.
But that right there is the remote for the is Bluetooth. I'm pretty sure. Bluetooth right there. So if you've got music in your phone,
Right. If you want to play it off of here,
you can play it on there.
you hear them on Bluetooth soundbar.
Music on your phone, or if you have like Pandora in your phone,
Yeah.
you connect your phone up to this.
We have Spotify. Same thing.
Yeah,
We use it all the
it'll
time.
come right. It'll come through that speaker, so you have a lot better quality
I'm
sound.
just curious. Can you turn it up? I want to hear what it sounds like. I know you turned it up once. I just want to see how loud it is with the
Well,
AC.
different in those years. The 68 campaign actually started in
I think that's as
68,
loud as it'll-
not in 1967 or 1966.
Nice.
The major event, of course, was the New Hampshire primary. First,
Hit the mute button.
I was curious. Can we?
Bring the bass up.
I was just curious. Can we install our own here, like with a subwoofer and all that?
Oh, yeah.
It's capable for all that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure the back of this TV has an optical input,
Sure.
an optical output, and you run the optical. It probably also has a coaxial output. So either the optical or the coaxial will give you the Dolby sound into a home theater.
Okay.
You'd have to run wires and put your speakers in here, or
Okay. We could do that.
install it up here.
That's what I'm thinking. Put it in there. That's what I was thinking, and then just open up. Whenever we're watching TV, we open that and let the sound come out. That way, all this is clear, free and clear.
Yep.
All right.
All right, we're gonna look at some stuff right here.
Okay.
First of all, this is your big bag of manuals. There's a manual in here for everything in the world. There's even a manual for the toilet.
Awesome.
I took the liberty of taking this out. This is a DVD about your generator. It's a Cummins Onan gas generator.
Okay.
It is a generator. It is a 50 amp generator.
Okay.
This is a manual for that inverter. And I told you it was a sine wave inverter. This is your manual for the chassis. It is a Ford chassis.
Okay.
If you have any issues chassis related,
Yes.
that's page in here for scheduled maintenance.
Okay. Very good.
This is your Baystar manual. This is Newmar. There's a whole lot of stuff in here. I brought some paperwork out here.
Okay.
This is a copy of Newmar's basic, their warranty. All right, so I gave you a copy of that. I want to tell you about this right here. This is a product information bulletin that comes from Newmar. Not having ever been around RVs a whole lot, there are two schools on operating slides.
Yes.
One school says put your jacks down before you put the slides down. You know, level this thing before you put the slides out.
Yes.
Other people says no, put the slides out before you level it.
Okay.
And yes, in a situation where you have slides, they will tell you to level it before you put the slides out. However, when you have a full wall slide, like this one,
Yes.
Newmar wants you to put this slide out before you level it. And that's what that information bulletin is for. To let you know, don't listen to other people,
Okay.
listen to Newmar.
That's what they want you to do.
That's what they want you to do, because this slide is heavy. And what that means is if you level it with all this closed up, it's leveling the coach, because it is an auto leveling system
To where it was.
to where it's leveled with all the weight down over the axles.
Right.
Now it's level and you slide that out, now that weight distribution is different.
Right.
That's why they want you to put them out before you level it.
Okay.
And that's just their product information bulletin about that. Want you know that Newmar don't want you to do it that way. Here's some suggested routine maintenance from Newmar. In about 3 weeks, Newmar is going to send you a survey. This is a copy of that survey. Hopefully I will do it. And everybody else involved here will have done a good enough job.
Nice. They have.
This right here is a recommended camping essentials.
Oh,
And I've
nice.
circled some of the stuff, you know, that you may want to get.
Yes.
Some of it you have to have just to function. Sewer
Yes.
hose, water pressure regulator, bathroom tissue, toilet chemical.
Okay.
And we'll talk more about that stuff here in a few minutes. I do have a $35 gift certificate right there to give me to spend at the store. That's just about gonna cover the cost of the sewer hose.
Yes.
All right. That's my card. That's that phone right there. This is Amy's card, who you will get the opportunity to meet.
Okay.
Amy is our dedicated Newmar service assistant.
Okay.
Any service-related issues you have, you can contact Amy.
Okay.
She's here 5 days a week. She's not here on Saturday.
Okay.
She's here Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. She will be able to set up a service appointment. She can get you set up with one of the service riders. She is for Newmar people.
Okay.
Now, we actually have on site, because we are the largest Newmar dealer in the country,
Wow.
we have on site 2 Newmar reps,
Okay.
Monday through Friday.
Wow.
The chassis rep, or not the chassis rep, but the tech rep, works more with the technicians, is usually here on Saturday.
Okay.
But we also have a customer service rep, who hopefully you will also be able to meet, because when I take you there to sit down for a few minutes with Amy, something they generally like to see you do, and they'll leave it up to you, is they want you to make a service appointment about 90 days down the road. Okay? This thing is, it's a house on wheels.
Yes.
You're gonna find issues.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's gonna be perfect. You're gonna find punch-out issues.
Right.
And they want you to make that appointment 90 days out so that you've now had an opportunity to use it a few times. And you can come back and they can address all these things, and they're gonna be warranty related. But you can address all those things.
Very good.
Okay. That feels better.
You guys are close enough that bringing
Yeah.
it over here ain't gonna be an issue. We have people come from all over the country that buy them and then take them back to Michigan. But you guys are local,
Okay.
relatively local. And now what I need, since I have shown you all this stuff, is just